joy and happiness and excitement and the kinds of experiences that you've always dreamed about. And I know that it's possible because it's happened for me and it's happened for so many other people that are in this room. So I really encourage you to approach this with an open mind and allow yourself to have that paradigm shift that lets your life just change into something really, truly wonderful and what you desire. On Sunday, our session is entitled The Sirius Connection. So Bashar is going to go more deeply into the information about the Sirius energy. And that, of course, is something that we interact with a lot of times with the dolphins and the whales. So we'll have a little bit more on that tonight, too. So if you've already seen these videos, we apologize. Of course, we don't apologize for the dolphin one because I can't watch dolphins too much, So, but first we did want to let you know about the contact crystal in case you're not familiar with that. So if I could have that video started, you can learn a little bit about the contact crystal that is charged by Bashar and is a great way to vote for ET contact.
Again, the idea is that as a child in my world, I was shown the idea of a central hexagonal crystal that existed within a giant, large artistic exhibit created by another contact specialist. The central crystal in that particular work is about, in terms of your size, about 3 feet across. The idea is that it is about the same color green, and around it are other crystals, each crystal added to the central crystal, which represents the first contact of our civilization with another, represents all the other contacts of all the other civilizations we have come into contact with, and constantly grows as more and more civilizations join the interstellar alliance, as you call it. But the idea is that that central crystal is the seed crystal that carries the vibration of contact itself and is representative of my family lineage along with other family lineages that are also steeped into the idea of being contact specialists.
Bashar has been in some sessions explaining more about his own life, his own experiences on his planet. One of the things that Bashar already described in one of these stories is that when he was very young, he was shown on their planet a large piece of artwork that contains many different kinds of crystals, and each crystal represents one of the civilizations that's part of their association of worlds. Now, the central crystal he described is a hexagon that is dark green in color. It's larger than this, but this is basically a replica of that crystal as he described it to us. There is a symbol inscribed on the crystal, which is a triangular symbol that has a spiral in the middle of it. This symbol, Bashar described, is actually his family crest. It represents his family's lineage as contact specialists. So Bashar suggested that if we made replicas, even if they're smaller, of this central crystal, what he did then is he did a special meditation that actually comes with every crystal on a DVD that's for the purpose of charging the crystal with the specific frequency of contact. So when you have one of these and you use the meditation, it is actually charged with the particular frequency that represents his civilization and the particular frequency that represents their initial contact with us. Okay. So Bashar has basically said that, charging one of these with your own energy and the energy that's in the meditation that he gave is kind of like casting your vote specifically for contact. So if you're interested in acquiring one of these, by all means, please ask the people at the back table to give you the information. It comes in this lovely box along, like I said, with the DVD. And so please check out the information at the back table.
And one last question. Why is the contact quartz crystal green?
It is specific to the vibration of the heart chakra because contact is from heart to heart.
Okay.
Though the minds may be different, though the body forms may be different, it is through the heart that we recognize our spirits are one. This is what is actually said before the crystals on our planet. Though minds may be different, though body forms may be different, it is through the heart that we recognize our spirits are one. This, in a sense, you might say, is a saying that is germane to first contact specialists on my planet.
So if you're interested in having a contact crystal, we have them back at the table where the CDs and the DVDs are. We also have a pendant version of it now for those of you that would like to wear it as a necklace. So now the other thing that I wanted to talk to you all about was the dolphins and the whales, because we did get our dates, specific dates now for the next cetacean transformation. And it will be the week of Valentine's Day, which I'm really excited about because you will fall in love with the dolphins when you swim with them. And you're just so in love when you're with them that it's kind of a cool way to spend Valentine's Day. That week, I believe, starts on the 11th. And so actually the Sunday is the 10th. So it'll be February 10th to the 16th, February 16th, and in Kona, Hawaii. And I have a feeling this year that's whale season for us. So that's when the humpback whales are also in. And we will spend part of our time going out and exploring the experience with the humpback whales. There will be things like rowdy groups where whales are competing for females. There will be breaching and all kinds of amazing things that you get with, I guess you would call the oversoul of the dolphins with the whales. And in addition to that, again, I ask if people are interested in going to the Dominican Republic and swimming with the humpback whales down there in March. It looks like the week of March 9th will be the week that we do that. So I encourage you all, if you have a dream about swimming with dolphins, if the idea just seems really appealing to you, even if you're afraid of water, because everyone that comes, they start out like either fearful if they're not, accustomed to the water and everything. They may have a lot of fear that they process through, but within 48 hours, most people are so comfortable in the water, all they want to do is just be with the dolphins and experience that incredible level of unconditional joy and love and ecstasy, because that's what you will find there. So thank you all for giving us an opportunity to share that with you. And we have a short video from the last Cetacean Transformation workshop that we hope you will enjoy.
Waves upon waves of love, diving. I never felt so alive. You and I, so free. We start to fly on wave upon wave upon wave upon wave. Wave upon wave upon wave upon wave upon wave. Just as sure as the sun will rise. Waves upon waves of love, faster and faster together we fly upon wave and smile upon smile. Never before have I felt so alive. As day turns to night, stars reflect in your eyes. Just can't remember when I had so much fun, and our journey together has only begun. By giving yourself to me, you set me free on wave upon wave of the glorious sea. Waves on waves on waves on waves on waves. Waves upon waves of love.
Wave upon 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 wave. Wave upon wave upon wave upon wave upon wave upon wave.
So this 5-day meditation series is really like the hero's journey. And it starts out with unification of group intention, and then it goes into the call to adventure. And then he has us meet these beings that he calls the gatekeepers. And the gatekeepers he identifies as the pilot whales. Well, the pilot whales and the false killer whales, which are about the same size, are about 20 feet long. Did you see some of those big whales that were like jumping out of the water, the big black ones? Those were the false killer whales. And the first group, of course, they had 100 of them come and surround our boat and like bow ride and look up and vocalize and talk to us. And the second time there was, this last group had about 50 of them. So the gatekeepers actually showed up. The pilot whales showed up the next day. And then we've also had bottlenose dolphins, spotted dolphins. I mean, the cetaceans are like really into this. They're like, yeah. So, no, actually, they're like, yeah. So and you will speak dolphin after a while hanging out with them. Okay, so I think we're ready to go. And just want to thank you all so much for being here and adding to the unconditional love on this planet. It's a wonderful feeling. And also want to thank Darryl and Bashar for taking us through the doorway into the magical world that Bashar knows so very well.
Thank you.
Thank you for the magic.
You're welcome. Hi, everyone. Thank you for being here tonight. We really appreciate it. How many people are seeing Bashar for the first time? Well, thank you very much for being here. If you want to know any of the background story on how this channeling happened, by all means, please visit the bashar.org website, and it will give you some of the background as to how this all started. So I won't go into any details right now, but I will say, for those that are new here and interacting with him for the first time, just have a good time with him. He's very direct, as those that are familiar with him know. But don't be shy. If there's something that's important to you and you get a chance to ask a question, you want to ask it, by all means, go ahead and bring it up. So have a good time. Thank you very much, and I'll see you later.
Good evening, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
So I've been practicing integrating and reprogramming for the last year and a half.
Practicing, all right. How you doing?
I feel like I'm fluctuating. I do well, and then I feel I need some clarification.
All right. Before you go on, allow us to remind you, even though many of you, because you're used to the idea of ebb and flow, of polarity in your reality, will experience fluctuation. But that's not the idea necessarily of something that has to be defined in a negative way. Many times when you go to a higher plane, a higher level of frequency, and download information, you have to, in a sense, then transform that energy down to a lower level to apply it into physical reality. And by doing so, you actually then raise the vibration of physical reality and thus then don't have so far to go the next time. You understand? It's like building platforms under yourself. Another way you can look at the idea of fluctuation, before you go on, if I may, is the idea that it doesn't have to be, in a sense, thought of as this. It can be thought of as this. So that even as you go up and down, you're constantly going up on average. You understand? This is how you use your imagination to create permission slips and definitions that work for you, instead of just assuming that the definitions you have is the only definition that works. Yes?
Yes.
Do continue if there is a need to continue.
Thank you for clarifying that.
Yes.
Yes, with regard to the idea of following your highest excitement.
Yes, of acting on it.
Acting on
To the best of your ability.
to the best of my
With no expectation as to what the outcome should be.
right. So with
That's the whole formula.
that is
Because many people on your planet here say, oh, act on your highest excitement, and they throw the rest in the garbage. They don't use the whole formula. They don't use the whole picture. Yes? So we remind you to use the whole tool. Act on your highest excitement to the best of your ability, taking it as far as you can until you can take it no further, and keep doing that with absolutely zero expectation as to what the outcome should be. In other words, no insistence that the outcome has to be a certain thing, because your physical mind does not know what that real outcome needs to be, but your higher mind does. But if you use the visualization to allow yourself to generate the energy state that's representative of that excitement, of that state of being, of that reality, then let go of the picture that generated it. Your higher mind will bring you the manifestation that is truly representative of that energy state, which in many cases will actually be even greater than your physical mind was capable of imagining. That's why we say don't insist on it. Lose the expectation, because you're actually limiting yourself, even though your physical mind thinks, oh yes, this is the greatest thing that could possibly happen if it happens exactly like this, and it becomes insistent on it, and when it doesn't get that exact picture, it goes, oh, something's wrong. But nothing is wrong. The idea is that you're simply limiting the doorways through which the real manifestation could come that might be even greater. Make sense?
yes. So
Yes.
acting on that highest excitement with intuition,
Yes.
with the physical mind,
Yes.
the higher mind.
Yes. The whole ball of wax, as you say, in your language. Yes.
So how can we differentiate between like addiction or obsession or something that we think might be our highest excitement?
Honesty. That's how. Honest self-examination. You have to be willing to discover that you may actually be harboring negative beliefs that you don't prefer. You have to be willing to discover that they're there. You cannot be afraid to find fear. You understand? Mm-hmm. The idea, therefore, is that if you're willing to discover them, and willing because you know that if you do discover them and identify them consciously, it will serve you and you can transform them, then you would be eager to discover them. You would be eager to find out anything that's going on within you, because it's another opportunity to know more of yourself. And all it takes is that willingness and that honest self-examination to find out what those negative definitions are that don't work for you, bring them to the surface of your consciousness so that you can see they don't belong to you and let them go. There's nothing to be afraid of in this, and if you're not afraid, you'll know the difference. You'll be able to discern the difference between excitement and anxiety, and you won't gloss it over or cover one up because you're afraid to look at it. The reason most of you are afraid to find those things is because you've been taught that if you do discover those things you're afraid of, they might actually be true about you. I guarantee you they never will be. Ever. Will anything ever be true about you that is truly in any way, shape, or form negative. If you discover, if you explore the underlying reasons you've given yourself for anything, you will understand that it's always, the intention is always one of love, but you may simply not have been given the tools to match the frequency of love, and so you may do things that are out of alignment, out of integrity, but that's all right. Many times again, by being willing to explore that within yourself and discover what that is, you may enlighten yourself as to what it is you do prefer by first encountering what it is you don't. Thus then the idea, as we spoke of last night, is that sometimes it's easier to find the light when it's surrounded by darkness. You understand?
Yes.
Then the light stands out. So thank the darkness, thank the polarity, thank the fear for being there, because it brought to your attention something that is a piece of the light you need to discover about yourself. And ultimately, that's all you will discover, is that you are made of living light.
Beautiful.
Yes, you are.
And with regard to the idea of letting go, so
Yes.
here we are acting on our highest excitement with this force, so to speak, but then at the same time we're...
All right, let us give you a little bit of an illumination, as we did one time before, about the concept of the law of attraction. Because even though it is not wrong as a definition that, yes, you have to be a certain vibration to attract certain things, and that is the third law, what you put out is what you get back. The deeper understanding of the law of attraction is that you already have a core frequency, as we said, that acts like a lighthouse, like a beacon. It's always radiating from you this beautiful, vibrant core vibration of your true natural self. It is always being responded to by the things that are representative of and in alignment with that true core vibration. So it's not that you have to do anything special to attract those things. If those things are not coming to you, it's not because you're not attracting them, it's because you're keeping them away with your belief. That's why all you need to do is actually let go and let them in. Okay. And the things that are not compatible with your vibration are doing their utmost to try and get away from you. But if they're not getting away from you, it's because you're holding on to them with your belief system. So let go of the things that don't belong to you and just let in the things that do. That's the way the law of attraction actually works. Make sense?
Yes.
See the difference?
Yes.
Easier, isn't it? Simpler, isn't it? Yes. It's all about simplicity. Because again, remember, even though creation is infinitely complex and rich, it is not fundamentally complicated. It is exceedingly simple. If it wasn't simple, it actually couldn't be infinite. It wouldn't stand up under its own weight if it was more complicated than it is. Make sense?
Yes.
So find the core, find the essence, find the structure. And then you will understand, then you will have clarity in your exploration. Does that help you?
Yes, it does. Thank you so much.
You are welcome so much.
Ha'atu.
And to you, good day. Ha'atu.
I have always had an interest in Sirius.
Yes.
And when you presented the permission slips on the sacred circuits,
Yes.
I really related.
All right, thank
I
you.
have been using them, and currently I'm doing them as I swim every night, and I do one per lap.
Oh, all right. Is that fun for you?
Yes, it puts me in the zone.
Thank you. It doesn't put you in the zone. You do.
Thank you.
Since it is a permission slip, you are simply using it to allow yourself to give yourself more permission to do what you wish to do, to be who you wish to be.
Correct.
So thank you for choosing to do that.
Correct. My understanding is that there are more,
Yes.
and my question is...
You mean more than we've already delivered?
Yes.
Yes, there are.
My question is, will you be giving us more?
Not tonight, but yes.
No, but at some point.
Yes.
Okay.
When you are ready for more, use what you've already been given.
Yes.
And then you will be ready for more. Yes?
Yes.
All right. Does that sound exciting?
Yes, I'm ready now.
Then you would know them on your own.
Oh.
Yes? Because I don't have to give them to you.
Oh, that's a good point.
Thank you. Sometimes we make them.
Thank you.
The idea is, as we have just pointed out, is that when you're ready for more, you will get them on your own. You don't need to come to us or anyone to get them for you. Yes?
Got it.
We will deliver more, but it is also your ability to deliver them to yourself. That's the whole point, isn't it?
Thank you for that.
Yes.
I was interested tonight, the woman sitting next to me, Jennifer, has been forming them out of steel,
Yes.
which was, I thought, intriguing.
All right, then by all means avail yourself of them if that is a permission slip that works for you and you are excited about it.
Can you make any comments on them in terms of their archetypical reference or what they...
They are representative of certain energy patterns and are reflected in the neurological network of your brain in certain ways. So when you use them as a permission slip, they're like mirrors that reflect to and activate certain neurological pathways in the brain to open them up and allow for greater flow of energy in those particular pathways that are representative of the vibration of those symbols. Make sense?
Yes.
It's like literally a circuit. That's why we call them sacred circuits. It's literally like opening a new circuit pathway in the brain, in your body, in the neurological pathways of your being.
Thank you.
Yes.
Many of us here tonight do have hybrid children.
Yes.
And my question is, are they